Stop eating your future, the law of delayed gratification. Let me start with a difficult truth today. Most people are not poor because of lack of opportunity. Most people are not stuck because God forgot them. Most people are stuck because they eat their seed and then pray for harvest. They consume the very thing that was meant to multiply their future. And this is one of the most painful patterns of our generation. We want the rewards of discipline without the discomfort of sacrifice. We want the harvest without the patience of planting. But life has laws, and one of the most powerful laws that determines your future is this: the law of delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice something small today so that something greater can grow tomorrow. 1. The generation of instant comfort. We live in a culture addicted to immediacy. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant shopping, instant validation. You can order something today and receive it tomorrow. But unfortunately, this mindset has spilled into how people approach life. People want success without preparation, marriage without emotional maturity, wealth without financial discipline, influence without character. But the truth is simple. Comfort today often robs tomorrow. What feels good today may be stealing from the person you are supposed to become. 2. The principle of seed and harvest. The Bible explains life through a powerful principle. In Galatians 6-7 it says, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." Notice something important. Life does not respond to wishes. Life responds to what you plant. Seeds determine harvests. Time multiplies seeds. But here is the tragedy. Many people eat their seed instead of planting it. Let me explain. A person receives money. Instead of investing or saving, they spend it on temporary pleasure. A person receives time. Instead of learning, they waste it scrolling endlessly. A person receives opportunity. Instead of developing discipline, they choose comfort. Then later they cry, "Why is nothing changing?" Because the seed was consumed instead of planted. 3. Real life. The price of short-term pleasure. Let me make this very real. Imagine 2 young professionals. Both earn the same salary. The first person spends everything immediately. New clothes, latest phone, weekend parties, luxury lifestyle on borrowed money. The second person lives differently. They invest in learning. They save consistently. They build skills. At first, the 2 lives look similar. But 5 years later, one person is still surviving paycheck to paycheck. The other person has built stability, knowledge, and opportunity. The difference was not luck. The difference was delayed gratification. One person planted seeds. The other person ate them. 4. Sacrifice is not loss. Many people misunderstand sacrifice. They think sacrifice means losing something. But sacrifice is not loss. Sacrifice is investment. When a farmer plants seed in the ground, it looks like loss. The seed disappears. It goes into darkness. It is buried. But months later, the harvest proves the wisdom of the sacrifice. This is why the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 11:4, "Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." In other words, people who wait for perfect conditions will never plant anything. Delayed gratification requires faith. Faith that what you are sacrificing today will produce something greater tomorrow. 5. The emotional battle within us. But let's be honest, the real battle is not external. The real battle is internal. Inside every person, there is tension between 2 voices. One voice says, "Enjoy it now. You deserve it." The other voice says, "Build something for the future." One voice seeks comfort. The other seeks growth. And discipline is choosing the second voice repeatedly. The Bible speaks about this struggle in Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness. Notice the order: pain first, harvest later. The problem is, many people quit during the painful stage. 6. Why patience builds power. Here is something many people do not realize. Patience builds power. When you delay gratification, you develop self-control. You strengthen discipline. You train your mind to value long-term outcomes. And over time, this mindset compounds. Think about athletes. They wake up early. They train when others sleep. They sacrifice comfort. And eventually, the world calls them talented. But what people call talent was often years of disciplined sacrifice. 7. Second chance requires patience with purpose. This is why second chance is not just about hope. Second chance is about intentional rebuilding. It means deciding, I will not destroy tomorrow for temporary pleasure today. It means choosing learning over laziness, investment over consumption, growth over comfort. Because discipline today is building a life you will thank yourself for tomorrow. Imagine where your life could be in 5 years if you stopped eating your seed. Imagine if you invested your time wisely. Imagine if you studied consistently. Imagine if you saved intentionally. Imagine if you built discipline quietly while others chased comfort. Your future would look completely different, not because of luck, but because of deliberate planting. Today, I want you to ask yourself one question. What seed have I been eating that I should be planting? Your time, your money, your talent, your opportunity? Because harvest does not come from intention. Harvest comes from what is planted and protected. But there is another hidden reason people sabotage their future. It's not always laziness. It's not always fear. Sometimes the real problem is emotional immaturity. Next episode, we will talk about that. Because what if fear isn't the real problem, but emotional immaturity is? See you in my next episode. Welcome to the Second Chance Experience. Have a blessed day.